every once in a while, something comes along that completely changes the landscape of sim racing. And in this video, I'm going to show you something that literally changes the landscape of sim racing. Let's go. Right, I want this video to be accessible to people that probably are new to Assetto Corsa and maybe sim racing. So those of you that are familiar with sim racing, Assetto Corsa, modding and what have you, bear with us for 2 minutes. So, I'm loading up Content Manager here. What is Content Manager? Those of you that don't know what Content Manager is are saying. Well, Content Manager is a launcher for Assetto Corsa. It's like a replacement for Assetto Corsa's UI. It gives you loads of settings, loads of options. There's loads of videos on Content Manager explaining what it is better than what I could possibly do in the next 5 seconds. I highly recommend watching Chris Hayes' video on Content Manager. But one of the awesome things with Content Manager is it's allowed for the integration, or better integration, of certain mods and features into Assetto Corsa. And one of the most popular and biggest mods and features for Assetto Corsa that a lot of people have been using recently to make Assetto Corsa look nice and shiny is a mod called Shaders Patch. And what this does is it literally replaces the default like lighting and shading of Assetto Corsa and makes things absolutely next level. It makes Assetto Corsa look like a contemporary game rather than something from 5 or 6 years ago. We're talking sparks, dynamic lighting, multiple effects, better anti-aliasing. It just makes Assetto Corsa look bloody gorgeous. Now, as of yesterday, Shaders Patch was just updated with this, Grass FX. Adds procedurally generated grass might be expensive, especially with extra density enabled. Now what this does is it adds procedurally generated grass to Assetto Corsa. Now some of you might be thinking, especially those of you not familiar with games and what have you, that you'll be like, oh, there was already grass in Assetto Corsa. Yes, there were like little billboard bits of grass. If you set the track details to maximum, there were bits of grass on some of the tracks in Assetto Corsa, but it wasn't lush, beautiful procedural grass that can react to the car driving over it and just look nice and dense and thick. You know, proper you want to mow it grass. That wasn't there, but this now brings grass to Assetto Corsa. And if you've been following this channel, you know grass is literally the most important feature of any simulator. If a sim's not got grass, what's the point? Because, I mean, what is the point? There's nothing else to say about that. Anyway, we've got this ready to go. If you've got the latest shader patch, what you'll have to do is you'll have to make sure you click on the latest patch here, and you'll see not only have they added grass to the latest shader patch, there's a whole bunch of stuff. The developer of the shader patch is just constantly smashing out updates. It's mental. I mean, look at this. Look at all these updates that have happened, and then look at the list for actual improvements and adjustments. But once you've got a Content Manager installed, once you've got shader patch there, you can then enable the Grass FX. And as it said, the warning there, if you run it extra dense, it will probably be quite demanding on your system. So you might need a supercomputer to run it. You will also have to make sure you click active here. And you will also need to make sure that your track configs here are set to auto update. And then you'll have to make sure that everything is actually installed on the track updates. There's guides to explain this. But the point is, guys, we now have grass. So let's go and look at the grass in the new shaders patch. So there we go. Look at that. We've also got Sol installed. Again, for those of you that might not be aware, Sol adds like dynamic day-night lighting, different skybox settings. There's a whole bunch of mod stuff for Assetto Corsa that's absolutely incredible. Just realised that the audio volume of the game is a bit loud there, so let's turn that down. I don't want you guys all going deaf. This isn't a live stream. There we go. So we've got nice evening light here. We've got the Mazda MX5. I mean, look at this already, just pulling out here. How nice does Assetto Corsa look with shaders, patch and Sol? And look at this grass, guys. Look at that. It's like I'm playing Dirt Rally. Oh, my God. Oh my god. Do I have my headlight bound? Oh, it's too light for my headlight to be displayed. Look at that, guys. It's like we're proper... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And look at that. We're actually mowing the lawn here with our Mazda. The most inefficient way to tidy your garden up. But, you know, it's probably the most exciting way. Oh, look at that. Combine harvester. Oh, look at the sun being picked up by the sun glowing through the smoke. Come on, I mean, look at that. What? But just to recap, guys, this was not put in the game by Kunos. This is not in. This is a mod. This is like the most extreme example of how far modding can go. Like, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we've had that prototype car where they've modded additional features to the aero and the tyres and stuff, which is impressive and does, you know, that does change the handling and actually the tyre temperature's warming up and out of that face. That's interesting, but come on, guys, forget that. We've got lawns. Oh my God. Okay, they might. It's like I'm digging a tunnel through to Australia here. They might want to tone down the particle effect there from the emission of the tyres. It's like I've got little mini bulldozers on my wheels digging up the hole there, digging up the lawn. That might be a little bit over the top, but I mean, they've even got lines here from where it's been mowed. Oh my God, absolutely unbelievable. We need to get out of the shade here. I look at the colour tone of the road surface and the trees. Oh, they've got different colour trees for the different time of year as well in Assetto Corsa now, as part of, I think it's part of Soul and part of Shaded Patch. I lose track of what mods are doing what. We've got so many mods. Assetto Corsa is basically like Kunos released like an absolutely fantastic, solid foundation, the most solid of foundations when it comes to simulators. And then since then, we've had the Burj Dubai built on top of mods. Incredible. You could just... So when you're having a race now, people think I go a bit over the top when it comes to grass. But, you know, you're having a race and you get punted off because that's what always happens in racing. And then you're depressed because you're like, oh, I've lost the race. But now you're like, oh, you know, I'm enjoying the grass. So it's not too bad. I think what I might need to do is we might need to change the time of day so we can see the grass a bit better. But this dusk lighting, we can, you know, we've got the grass going right into this. It's proper full grass. I mean, as far as we can see there, up to that bridge. And there's not really obvious popping. They've done a really good job of actually sort of getting the detail of the grass in there. Let's see where the cut-off point is for the grass. So, yeah, you can kind of see... I don't know how clear this is in the video. The video compression destroys stuff like grass. If I just park, it'll probably the YouTube compression probably decrease. But you can see the brake board markers. There's bits of grass going all the way to the distance, and then it kind of gets thicker as it gets closer. But it's pretty thick for like a good sort of 50, 60 meters there. I mean, one of the things with procedural grass that's often an issue is that it's you just see it popping up, and that really saps the immersion. But this is great. I mean, this is like, I feel like I'm playing Stalker or something in a Mazda. For those of you unaware, Stalker, one of the first games to have really nice grass in it. We come around the car. This is like a proper autumn drive. Watch out for kids trick-or-treating. Don't want to drive into them. So it's an expensive lawsuit waiting to happen. Or you just you run over a kid and then you go off to America and use diplomatic immunity. So if you're a diplomat, run into all those trick-or-treaters. It's totally fine. Oh, look at that, guys. Right, I'm gonna quit this. We're gonna change the time of day to something a bit more daytimey. Let's go right to the middle of the day here. Well, let's go. There we go. Midday. Okay, go for that. We'll actually drive. Now, it is a shame, as I say, with compression and the way video encoding works, the more bitty details you have, the harder that is for a compression algorithm to to actually encode, because it's got lots of individual lines. It can't average things out, so you need more bit rate to actually capture that and have it look clear. Tom Scott actually has a really good video on that, explaining why particles and like confetti always destroys YouTube videos, so I highly recommend watching that. But hopefully you can see it enough in this video. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The grass is even casting shadows. Okay, so you can see here, as you drive along, you can see the actual shadow cut-off point coming in there, which is a little bit, if you're focusing on it, a little bit counter for immersion. So I might turn the shadows off. Personally, if you've got like something that's changing quickly, it does detract from the immersion. In the afternoon light there, you couldn't really notice it, but whilst driving here, you can see that sort of popping and shimmering a little bit. Not in a bad way. I'm being very picky here. It's not terrible. It's just something noticeable. You probably filter it out actually once you're driving and focus on the racing line. Yeah, if you're actually focused on the race, you just perceive that there's grass next to you. Absolutely incredible. Also, another thing pointing out, you notice that the general shadows, oh my god, I've never taken that corner with so much grass on the inside. You'll notice the general shadows and lighting just looks absolutely superb as well. And that's, well, someone needs to mow the lawn over there. And that's because Shaders patch also improves the Assetto Corsa's shadows and the clipping ranges for them and everything. It just makes it look gorgeous. I mean, this is bloody incredible. This is what sim racing is all about, guys. Forget the cars. I'm sim racing for the force feedback and the grass. And now Assetto Corsa brings it. Right, we're gonna... yeah. Okay, the grass is a little bit high there. So, I mean, I think there's probably some tweaking that could be done. But the fundamental procedural aspect of the grass is amazing. It's there. I mean, all that needs adjusting is some of the actual the bitmaps that the procedural element's using to maybe tone it down tone down the height of it a touch. But I mean, it depends on the track. There's some tracks out there which aren't like used for racing a lot that do literally have like massive grass on them. But other tracks are obviously maintained very highly, especially like Formula 1 tracks or tracks that are used regularly for the pro racing. We've got so much bush going on at Brands Hatch here. It's like we've gone back in time to the 70s and we're in an adult film. We've got to be careful. Let's go off-road and give it a bit of a trim. Everything's running smooth for me, though, here. I mean, it's just me on the track, and I do have a 2080 Ti and AMD Ryzen 3900. So, you know, it probably doesn't mean anything for most people that haven't wasted too much money on a computer. But unbloody believable, guys. And for free. For free. All I can say is make sure that where there's an opportunity to, but actually, you know, donate to these people that do these crazy mods, because they do add a lot to the Sims. When you get Content Manager, donate to that. Incredible. Let's mow the lawn here. We've got a nice little patch over here. Look at that, how it goes with the where the sand is. Right. Let's get a little patch. Let's do some spins on it in the sunlight. Oh, I need to do. Well, I'm doing that in fourth gear. That's not how you do a donut. I've got to think like an American policeman and do a donut here. Oh, strewn all over the track. So yeah, I mean, all this needs is a little bit of dialing in with the actual the sprites or the bitmaps used, and it's like it's probably some of the best grass that we've seen in sim racing. All as part of a modification. Look at that. We've actually trimmed up the lawn there. I feel like I'm in the Yorkshire countryside here. We should get some next mod alpacas. Get some alpacas in this sim. They'll be happy. It's plenty to eat. So I mean, there's not really that much more to say other than you've got to get you've got to get Content Manager. The list of things, if you're new to AC, you've got to get Content Manager. You've got to get Soul and just follow their instructions to install it. It looks as if it would be complicated at first to install. Like it's very intimidating initially. When you look at these things, you're like, oh, I've got to do all these mods, oh, I can't be bothered. But they're actually not that hard to install and sort out. You just follow the text files that comes with the versions of it, and you download the latest version, read the installation thing, and just follow it bit by bit. It's really not that hard. I'm a total moron. I've managed to get it to work. So Soul, Content Manager, Soul for day-night lighting and some other effects and aspects, and the shaders patch. And then, of course, you just download your tracks in cars, and absolutely incredible. That's it. Assetto Corsa, the sim that will never die. It's like Jesus on crack. It just keeps coming back. You stab him, you crucify him, you put him in a cave, rolls the boulder back, and he's back again. You just can't get rid of it. That's Assetto Corsa. Click the like button, guys. Obviously. If you like grass, click the like button. If you don't like grass, click the dislike button, and I'll know who to ban from the channel. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with our video posts, obviously, and live streams. Click that bell as well, because that's basically subscribing these days. You have to subscribe and click the bell. I'll try and put some links in the description to the pages and the latest stuff, so you can click on that. So you can just click on them to get through to them. Ask any questions in the comments if you're having any trouble. Remember, we've got a Discord channel, and people will help you out in there mostly. Most of them will. Some of them are grumpy. Mostly me being grumpy, but they'll probably help you out if you've got any trouble. And yeah, until the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Happy lawn mowing. Happy lawn mowing. And goodbye. Whoa!